Everyone, this is the Sunrise Soul Sessions where we press live in this beautiful location. And I got right down onto the earth today to see if I could come out of the wind a little bit. And this beautiful sunrise coming up, and we just open the field of infinite potential and see what wishes to appear, what wishes to presence and represent itself. So I've been up since 3:30 this morning. I've had 3 hours sleep. We're fully in the equinox transformation, recording this live the day before the March equinox. And I woke with a little brother or sister mosquito feasting on me, waking me up. I'm getting up at 4:30, but this mosquito decided to get me. It was actually no, it was before. I think it was like 3:13 or something like that. So I've been up since then and just flowing and letting whatever wishes to appear. When I started this journey and the channeling journey started appearing, I would get woke up not every night, but I would get woke up at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, generally around that time. And I would wake up and I just have this energy coursing through me, and I just know I had to get up, get a pen and piece of paper, and start writing. And that's when all of the written Ananda material came back in 2017, 2018 at 1 minute 44. And I would sit for hours and I'd get a sore hand writing, and it would just be this flow of energy coming through my hand. And I still have this at times, but now I get the choice whether I do it, whereas then it was just like, get up, you're doing it, you're being it. And so now, again, it's when I feel the call, I'll sit down. I mean, I write every day, I still write every day, but it's more inward and more individual. Um, and but that is a very powerful way if you want to get connected with your spirit, with your expanded version of yourself, because all channeling is just opening to a greater vision and version of ourselves. That's all it is. It's nothing mystical, it's nothing magic. It's simply expanding to a grander vision of ourselves and opening to more of who we all are. So it's not separation, it's not something else, it's just more of what's already here. And we're all channeling all of the time. Sometimes we channel a broader version of ourselves, and sometimes we channel a very, very limited and small and lacking version of ourselves. So we get to choose every day. What do we choose to channel? What version of ourselves? What vision of ourselves? What amount of ourselves we choose to allow to come through? And this is the gift that we get to give every day. This is the gift that we get to become. And we have this choice regardless of what has happened that day, regardless of what is appearing, regardless of how it may seem on the surface. We're always at choice as to what version of ourselves and how much of ourselves we allow to come through this divine vehicle, this divine vessel. And it is divine, it is divinity. We are divinity, we're divinity in motion. And the channeling of energy is simply like a water pipe. It's like a valve, and sometimes we let a little bit through, and sometimes we let a whole lot through, and then sometimes we just drop the whole valve. How did that Son of God appear there? What were we doing? Something messed with the focus there nicely. So the Son of God appeared through. It's kind of like a misty, hazy morning. Let's see if I get the yes. There you go. When we get the person out of the way, the light can shine. The Son of God appears. The Son of the Goddess. And so, yeah, it's important to I've from the very beginning like demystify channeling, take away all of the kind of ideas that it's something mystical or something special or only a few can do it. We're all being it all of the time. It just is varying degrees and what we're channeling. What part of ourself, our grander self, are we letting through today? What are we being today? What are are we showing today? What are we focusing on today? And so in this time, as we move into this equinox, we move into this time of balance. And something when I was in this Life of Bliss project that I've been given to do one video every day for a year, I was looking, because I always, anything that I am called to do is always equinoxes, solstices, 4 times a year. There's always something, whether that's public or inward, and then other kind of significant days and dates. But I was looking at the equinox, and something interesting about the equinox when I looked that I didn't know before is that the March equinox is always on the 20th. And the other solstice and equinox, I mean, definitely recently anyway, I looked, it was always on the March equinox that it was 20th, and the others, the solstice and equinox vary on their dates, like can be 20, 21, 22, around those dates in June and September. And I felt that was significant. So there was an anchor point of what that was, what this equinox means. So we're springing into new life in the northern hemisphere, and obviously the opposite on the southern hemisphere. But it was a constant. It was a constant on the 20th of March. So again, we're recording this on the 19th of March, and to see that is a constant, something that's steady, something that's stable. That's what we're always called back to when we're to channel a broader version of ourselves, to channel a higher vision of ourselves. We need a constant, a grounded space that's open and receptive. If we're all over the place, we're going to channel all over the place. We're going to have bits of this and bits of that and bits of little me and bits of the large me. But when we're grounded in equanimity, we're in equity, in an equal groundedness to the earth and openness to the heavens, expansiveness and heart-centeredness, we have the opportunity to channel the grandest vision and version of ourselves. We're bringing the heaven to the earth. We're opening to potentials and possibilities that when we're not grounded and when we're all over the place and we're here and there and up and down and good and evil and all of the polarities, the pendulum swings, like we talk about in the Hermetic philosophies, we're blown to and fro. You know, we're taken here and there, and we no longer become a conscious participant. We're kind of a victim. We're taken along at 7 minutes and 47 seconds. We're kind of taken along by life. Whereas when we are the conscious participant, when we are stable and grounded in this equality of masculine and feminine energies within ourselves, and we are open to the grandest potential of ourselves that's way beyond masculine and feminine, here and there, good and evil, channeling or not, it's absolutely whole, perfect, complete. And that whole, perfect, and complete perfection gets an opportunity to express itself, to experience itself, to see itself, to know itself, to hear itself through and as you. So we have this opportunity every moment, every day, and this groundedness, this energy of this balance, this 0 point, this centerpiece of this equinox tomorrow gives us an opportunity to ground in the energy and be in the space, that stable space, that centered space, that middle way, where you can begin to see what it is you are here choosing to channel. What are you here to bring? What are you here to say? What are you here to express? And again, there's so many different various levels and ways in which that can be. It's literally unlimited. And it's important, like we shared in a video a few days ago, to not get stuck in the disease of comparison, to not allow yourself to compare yourself to others as this is what I'm supposed to do, or this is what I have to do, or this is what I can't do, or I wish I could do it this way. You are divinely unique, a multidimensional snowflake, never to be repeated, never to be replicated, can't be replaced. You're a multidimensional snowflake, and you're here to channel your uniqueness, to be your uniqueness. And so the groundedness and the centeredness and the middle way and that strong core within us that this equinox presents, as I was sharing, it's on the 20th of March. I mean, I looked at a few past ones and it looked like going forward that it seems to be always on the 20th of March. And so Where can we find this grounded equanimity, this balance of masculine and feminine, this what is your core? What is at your core? What always stays still in the moving? What always gives peace in the seeming war or turmoil? What is that place, that spaceless space, that nameless stillness that allows all of the 10,000 things to appear and doesn't move you? Even the body's going wild and emotions are going wild and challenges and traumas and treasures are exploding and rising and falling around you. There's a stillness, there's an equanimity, there's a peace, there's something that is untouched, and that something cannot be named and it cannot be taken from you, it cannot be added to, it can only be alluded to, it can only be revealed as you, and it never goes away. And so that equanimity, that still small space that doesn't need a voice, doesn't need a name, doesn't need a label, has no face nor picture, has no it cannot be spoken of. Every word that is spoken of it is an untruth, but every word that is spoken is in it and as it. This is where the masters excel, to speak the unspeakable, to hear the silence, to know the stillness. So I'm curious, to those of you who see this video, what does this equinox mean for you? What meaning are you giving this equinox? Not what meaning does it have, what meaning are you choosing to give to this equinox? This moving into this empty space between the movements of the soul being, the soul, and the spinning of the earth and the expansion of the galaxy and the rising and fall of the universe. What meaning do you choose to give to this equinox? Equidistant, equality, equanimity, equity, even, even keel. What do you choose to make it mean? What to choose? Because there is infinite potentials and you have free will choice, you can make anything mean anything. You can make anyone be anyone. You can be anyone, everything, everywhere, every how, every now. Not everything is possible, not everything is relevant. But we get to choose. We get to give this life that has no meaning all the meaning that it has for us. We get to paint on this blank canvas. So this equinox is a blank canvas. It's a blank canvas where we choose to go over and trace the lines that we've been tracing before, or we truly start with a blank canvas and color outside the lines. Hey Robbie, hi brother, perfect art being, soul song timing there, and we get to expand beyond the canvas. So we see a blank canvas, and before we may have seen the ends of the canvas as limitless, as the limit, and this equinox we can choose to be a springboard, wiping the slate clean to begin to see beyond even the canvas, see beyond even the blank canvas, and see the opportunity that we get to begin again every moment. None of the tracing lines, none of what you've gone through before, none of what you believe, none of what has happened to you defines you. You and all of us begin every single breath with a blank canvas. It's just that because we trace the lines, because we continue with habit, because the egoic mind uh, feels that it needs to survive repeating patterns, we take the blank canvas that is every every breath, which is a death, and we take the blank canvas, and before we paint on it again, there's certain patterns that we've taken over from the last one, the last breath. But we truly are reborn every moment. This is the second coming. This is the birthing into the Christ energy. It's like every breath is a death. Every day we wake up, we can choose to pick up our yesterday's baggage, or we can choose to begin again and start again and paint again and create again and sing again and choose again. We have the opportunity every moment, every breath, every day. Every day we have a little death and we wake up into this dream and we can choose again. We can choose to completely, I shared yesterday, I made a decision 10 years ago that completely changed everything in my life. But it doesn't have to be that seeming grand in the scheme of this life. It was. But everybody has the same opportunity every breath and every day. You can wake up today and choose to be a completely different version of yourself. You can choose to completely let go of everything that you've ever told yourself, every story you've told, every trauma you've been through, even every treasure that you've discovered, and begin completely 100% new in this moment, because that is actually what's always happening. It's just we filter it through the the belief in time, which holds a past, which holds a history, which holds something that seems to give us a definition of how we are to be in this moment, but it doesn't. We just choose it so fast it feels like it happens. When you wake up, you've got all your yesterday's baggage and story, but this is not true. It's just we pick it up unconsciously. There is no need or must or there's nothing in this divine perfected system that says that we must pick up what we put down when we went to sleep last night. Because when you go into deep sleep, you drop everything. You're not aware of it. It's not the absence of awareness, it's an awareness of absence. And this is where we are. We're in this awareness of absence in deep sleep because there's no story, there's no history, there's no trauma, there's no body, there's no things. Then we come into this dream again, which we call wakefulness. And what happens is we pick up all of the baggage from yesterday. Okay, let's put this on and this, so, and then let's start a new day. But it's not a new day. It's not a new day when we've picked up the baggage from yesterday. When we pick up yesterday's baggage, we are repeating our Groundhog Day of every yesterday that we've had before. When there is no requirement, there's nothing in this system that says that we must do that. It's just habitual. It's just what we've been taught, and it happens so quickly. It seems like it's happening to us, but it's happening through us and as us, and we choose it unconsciously. So you could begin and literally choose this second to forget everything that you've ever done. Forget everything that you've ever learned. Forget everything that you think you know, and choose to be a complete blank canvas, and everything will be different. People you see, the world you meet, how you see the world can be changed in an instant and is in an instant. Just what's happening is, most of the time, for the majority of us, we do it unconsciously, this one included. So, what one small or large decision could you make today that you have felt is out of your control, and it's just the way things are? It's just what you've always done. I'm always this way, or this is a trait that I have, that you would choose to change if you could. Put in the comments, let us know. What would you change? You know, this is like an unquestioned assumption about yourself or about the world that would change everything if you made another decision about that. Let's say I have a certain trait, I have a soul, I have past life karma, I am this certain way, I act in this way. When this happens, I feel this. It can be anything, but it's an unquestioned assumption. I'm super sensitive, so when I'm in this field, I always feel too much, or it could be anything at all. And that's just an unquestioned assumption. And that unquestioned assumption self perpetuates itself, and it proves itself continuously because we continue to hold the lie inside a belief. There's a lie inside every belief. Look at the word belief, there's a lie inside there. Every belief is a lie. So we can choose which new lie we choose to tell ourselves today. We can pick up a new belief. It's still a lie, but do you want to tell the lie that I'm infinite awareness with infinite potential, and all of everything is alive and comes to life in and through and as me? Or I'm a limited poor me, I have this issue, and I'm this type of person, and when this happens I act like this, and I have no way of changing this because this is just the way I am. God created me this way, or life created me this way, or trauma created me this way. What would you choose to change instantaneously if you knew you could, and you could? Want to hear in the comments. Please put in. So Michelle says, let's see if I can put this up here. Is this going to show? Aloha, equinox, equal balance and harmony, bringing myself back into balance as emotions and stuff are coming up for release. Dancing, the rage, dances, embracing the joy. Beautiful, sister, beautiful. Every single breath is an opportunity for a new beginning. It's absolutely true. Lots of release through dream space. So, this is a good one. Change amount of sugar I eat, improve my health. So if we instantaneously shifted that, if you instantaneously change, you can just literally, we're not used to it, we're not trained in it generally, we can instantaneously change a habit of a lifetime. Put in the comments, has any of you had a habit that you did for a long time and one day you changed it and you just stopped it? I know I did. Smoking, drinking, watching TV, all of these things. They're quite easy ones, but they're the exact same as anything that we can come up with. That I'm just this way. This is what happens to me. This is a trait. This is my karma. This is my soul theme. Whatever. Even your soul's theme. There's no requirement to follow your soul's theme. There's no musts or shoulds. There is just infinite potential. There are certain themes that allows you to explore as a soul what you are called to, what most aligns with this life, but there is no requirement whatsoever, and there's nothing you have to do, and you're not fixed by any of these. So instantaneously make the decision today, this second, right now. I am health. I am health regardless of sugar, regardless of eating, regardless of any expression that the body shows, that the word shows. I am health. I am health now. It's at 22:22. I am health. I am health regardless of this body. I am health regardless of sugar, regardless of food, regardless of environment. I am health. I am health. There's a perfect divine blueprint of health that I am, and I am that I am. I am health. It doesn't matter what this body shows me. It doesn't matter what a mirror shows me. It doesn't matter what my teeth or my stomach shows me. It doesn't matter what anyone tells me. It doesn't matter what beliefs I've held. I am health. There is a divine blueprint of health within and as everyone, everywhere. The divine blueprint is perfect and is ever expressing itself as health. I am health. There is only health, and that is the only thing that I shall focus on. I am health. Brother Robbie, to stop seeking others to embrace me. Wow, such a big one in this community and for all of us. I embrace self. I embrace self. I am self, and I embrace self. And I embrace self continuously. And I am the self embracing self. And any other that appears is just a reflection of self. And when I embrace self, self is embraced. When I truly embrace self, self is embraced. And I know that I need not embrace any outer expression of self because I am self. And I embrace myself fully and freely. And I know there's a divine blueprint and a divine body within that is fully embraced, a divine being within that is always embraced. And I embrace self now. And I choose to embrace self now. And I choose to see outer expressions of self. And I choose to embrace self. And I know that in embracing self, all outer expressions of self are embraced, whether it looks like it or not, whether it feels like it or not, whether it's agreed with or not. When I embrace self, self is embraced, and all outer expressions of self are embraced simultaneously as the one self we are. I am that I am. Thank you for sharing that, brother, because that's very big for all of us. Well, I say all of us. I'll just say for this one, everyone else can speak for themselves, of course. But in this field generally, yes, had a biggie with that one yesterday. Really looking forward to what, where, and who I was looking to save me. Oh my God. I am sovereign. I am embraced. I am health. I am wholeness. I am abundance. I am truth. I am the expression of a perfected whole experience in itself. The divine blueprint of health, abundance, wellness, love, joy, peace, happiness is forever projecting itself into my being. It is never anything other than perfection. It only appears as imperfection when it's filtered through the lie of any belief. All beliefs have a lie within them. I am perfect health. I am the expression of perfect wholeness, perfect love, perfect embrace of the self of self. And no outer expression, no outer appearance can change the health I am, the self love I am, the embracing being I am, the truth I am, the I am that I am. Mm. Thank you. Samantha, I'm doing a detox to clean my body. My body is a divine, perfect expression of source energy. I am source energy in form. There's a divine blueprint that is forever projecting itself in, through, and as my experience. Source is never sick. Source is always whole. The body can play out any be lie, eve, belief, be lie, be lie. Oh my God, be lie, belief, be lie. Change your belief and be life. Oh my God, that is boom. I'm taking a boom. Be lie. F. There's a lie in every belief. Every belief must go. Be life. Be lie. F. The perfect divine blueprint of life is expressed and projected into every being and every fiber and every cell of every being, every second, every microsecond, every nanosecond of every experience and every incarnation in every way. And I am health, and I am wholeness, and I am abundance, and I am truth, and I am embraced, and I am loved, and I love, and I am loving, and I am cleanliness, and I am godliness, and I am fearless, I am pure. I am whole, I am holy, I am that I am. Thank you, sister. So there you go, Michelle. After smoking for 15 years, I decided to stop, and I did. So that's a very common one for a lot of us humans. And so there is nothing to stop us. Oh, hope the sound's still working. Hope it got that be life. Oh, yes, it did. Believe, be life, be life. Get rid of your beliefs. So there's nothing to stop any of us being or stopping anything that has ever happened, any trait that we feel like we have, any limitation that that's just the way it is. We've proven it. Thank you, Samantha. Hey, Angelique. Oh, where did that go? Come back. In 2011, I decided to stop smoking. There's three smokers, and drinking alcohol. I changed my life completely, and 4 years ago, I decided. Congratulations to you. And 4 years ago, I decided to stop eating meat. Well, thank you, beautiful sister. Come on, get back on there. This is annoying. It hides that. Angelique, thank you, sister. All of the above as well for this one. Thank you for those decisions. And see now where, well, they're huge decisions because they're ways of life that not all of us, some of us chose. And then one day we just made a new decision. So why do we believe that we can't do that with everything in life? And And the only reason that we believe that is because be life. When we be life, we know life is. When we believe the lie in every belief, there's a continuous cycle of, okay, this is the way I am, this is just how things are, or I am this way, so I have to act this way. There's certain traits in my soul, I've got this karma, all of these things, and none of them is true. They're relatively true, their experience is true, but they're not true. We're dancing in this paradox. Thank you, dear Angelique, for putting that into the collective field for me to follow that same path. Definitely on the alcohol and meat came after your 2011, so thank you. Thank you, brother Robbie. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your beautiful gifts. If anyone hasn't seen and or follow this beautiful being, Robbie, go check out his soul songs. They are epic and beautiful and powerful. I can't force people to love me if they're ignoring me. Can't force So forcing people to love me if they're ignoring me. There is a divine blueprint of love that is forever projecting in and through and as my life. This perfect love has no needs. This perfect love has no need for attention, affection. It has no need for attachment. The love that I am always is, and its perfected whole is always projecting in, through, and as my life. And the only lies of beliefs are the things that show otherwise. I can ignore these lies, these beliefs of a certain type of love, of a certain type of attention, of a certain way in which love needs to appear in the outer world. I love myself, I embrace myself, I accept myself, I honor myself, and I know that this perfect divine blueprint of perfect love is forever expressing and projecting in and through and as my life. It's forever whole, it's forever complete. It never changes, it's never diminished, it never can be added to, it can never be taken from. It is always there. It cannot be ignored. It cannot be missed. It cannot not be what it is. The love that you are, the love that I am, the love that we are, the love I am that I am. Thank you, beautiful one. Be life, amen. Yes, Samantha, I love that. Did I get the spelling right? So be, you put it, so be like, Belief. Be life. Yes, be life, be life. Michelle, boom, amazing news, brother. Amazing. Oh, another smoker, Samantha. I stopped smoking 14 years ago, never looked back. See? It's as simple as that. I recently had a conversation with my cousin about weaponized communication. It was very beautiful. Weaponized communication. Wow, amazing. That's something that has been very powerful on my journey, and my dear beloved's journey is non-violent communication. If any of you have not looked at that, studied that, that is so powerful, and it's so amazing as to how much violent communication we're taught, we use unknowingly, and weaponized communication is like, wow, that's like the real pain of that. But if anyone at 33, non-violent communication, I can't remember the name of the guy, I'm sure there's various different versions of it. You could call it, if we focus on the positive, compassionate communication, or clear communication, or loving communication. But that framework is amazing, especially if you have challenges with communication, especially if you have conflict, either covert or overt, is very powerful. I highly recommend looking at that if you feel called. Nonviolent communication, compassionate communication. And I'll tell you what, this one was amazed how much violent communication was covert and overtly being used. When you look at this kind of blueprint, or this breakdown of language, and how things that we all learn, ways in which we learn to speak, and things that we just take for granted that this is just the way, which actually is violent, is actually putting people in defense, putting people on attack. And it can be, again, because it's so insidious in our community, in our language, and especially the English language. I'm sure it's in others, but especially in the English language, which is, it's so accepted, and there's so many ways in which we see that this is the way you speak, and this is how you speak. And then there's humor and jokes that in one way, it's very powerful, as we talked about in the chapter 15 of the book, about the power of laughter, the power of humor. But then when humor is used as weaponized, we talked about it in Ireland, we call it joke with a jag. So we're using humor on the surface, but underneath there's attack, or there's defense. We're using humor again. There's a beneficial way of using this, using humor and laughter to raise the vibration. But using humor as a veiled attack doesn't work. Using humor as a veiled to close our heart, to protect us, is not doesn't serve us. And so nonviolent communication, very powerful tool if anyone has not heard or feels called to that. And let's see. Jenna, beautiful sister, hello. Heart hugs to you. So lovely to catch you live. So live, lovely life. So loving the life to be here with you. We are dropping all the dropping all false beliefs, all the lies that are hidden within every belief, and we are be life. We're being life. Okay? So, for those of you who are joining live, could you please put in the comments what we should call this transmission? Because I've been doing this and I've been loving it. Put in the comments what you have maybe realized from this sharing, or what the theme was for you. Put a title of what we call this. So whenever we upload it, well, it's actually uploaded. It's live on YouTube, but we'll change the title on YouTube. On Facebook, it doesn't matter as much, but you have to put a title. We don't have to, but we put a title on the YouTube videos. So it would be really appreciate if you could share what you received from this video, or what you realized, or what it sparked within you, or what it inspired, or what it triggered, and what you would call it. What was the theme? What was the theme that flew through? The one that's standing out to me is that be lie, because I saw the lie in beliefs. That actually came in the book about there's a lie inside every belief. Every belief is a lie. But then, as I was saying it separately, be lie, be lie, then the letter F, the lie within beliefs, be life. The solution to the lie of every belief is be life. Be life, and be it more abundantly. So, Samantha says, harmony. Angelique says, I felt love and much peace for the day. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, sister. And thank you for putting that in the field for us in 2011, when I was still deep in the darkness of not love and not peace and not much anything for the day, only more challenge. Samantha, harmony. Nikki, I missed the beginning. Non-violent communication hiding behind humor. Yeah, well, violent communication hiding behind humor. Non-violent communication is such a beautiful, powerful gift. And again, it's this mastery, it's this balance. Finding humor in the darkness is such a powerful gift. But when humor and sarcasm is used as a veiled way to defend or attack, I'm speaking from very direct experience, and watching Martin and watching this one using humor sometimes. Even yesterday, even last night before we went to bed, it's out of his mouth before he even using a little veiled joke with a jag, we call in Ireland, using supposed humor to actually just poke at my wife. It's ridiculous. But yes, it happens, and this is what you get here. I share everything. I just remembered now. I used a form of so-called humor to just because there was something triggered me, and that's the lie. That's the lie. The be lie if the lie in every belief. Okay, that's it. I'd love to hear what you would like to call this. What should we call this video? Thank you, Martin, and everyone. Beautiful transmission. So blessed to catch you live. Thank you for being live. Yes, it was very deep in darkness that time, but I found the light. Beautiful, Angelique. Thank you for finding the light and shining the light for others. Maybe just finish with this, what we were sharing yesterday. So if you didn't see the start of this video, maybe go back and hear. We just press live, don't know what's coming, and then a theme appears. But I want to go back to yesterday's video to tie it in with this. Any decision that you make now, so many people, 3 or 4 people, including myself, talked about they give up. One day they smoked, the next minute they didn't. One day they drank, the next minute they didn't. One day they did something, the next minute they didn't. We have made these decisions. We've already proven to ourselves that we can do this, we can be this. And what has been shared in this transmission is that that applies to literally everything. And when we say everything, that means literally the decision that this rock is holding me. If I were in that space, and a part of me is, to make the decision that this material hard rock no longer holds my body, I would fall through it. I wouldn't fall through it. The lie in the belief that this rock is hard and this ground is holding me would fall away. That the lie in that belief would fall away, and we would move through what we call solid matter. And we are. Part of us already is. So let's just go there. That's not magical. That's not miraculous. That is, even science is showing the quantum reality of this. So let's just start there. So that means anything in your life, if you accept that or not, it doesn't matter. But anything that has happened or happening in your life is not set in stone. It is not set in stone. You can make a decision. So we talk about smoking, drinking, and all these other things. They seem like surface level, and we've seen others prove that they can do them, so it's easier to talk about. We've seen others do it. And we have seen others just make up one day and everything's different in their life. They choose something so very different. They choose something that is completely the opposite path in their life. So this applies to everything in our life. We can choose today to completely change who we are, to completely change the traits, to completely change the belief systems, to completely say a new way of being. I was this way yesterday. Today I'm completely different. There is nothing in the baggage of belief that I have to carry into today. There is nothing when I woke up today that I have to take forward from tomorrow, including physical injuries or ailments, including belief systems, including where I live, how I live, including what has happened to me, including your very idea or belief about your past. You don't have to take a single thing with you. We do, and we choose to create some form of linear time, but there's nothing that we have to do. And there's no rule that says that we have to. It is a free choice. Every second, every breath is a death. Every wake up into this dream is an opportunity to choose again. You know, okay, we're still going. So the past that we believe ourselves to have is constantly changing. The past that we've believed ourselves to have is constantly changing every moment, and by the power of our consciousness, we think that we've always had that same past, but we haven't. It's continuously changing every breath, every moment, every second. The past that we've believed ourselves to have is changing. And now, in this second, the past that you think you have was not the same a second ago, but because your consciousness shifts so quickly, you think that this is the past that you've always had, but you haven't. It's constantly changing, and all of your past selves are constantly making decisions, and all of your future selves are constantly making decisions, and all of your present selves are constantly making decisions that are constantly changing all of those at 43, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 3. So you can consciously, from this present, take a decision that changes everything about your past. There's nothing you have to take in that baggage, in that backpack of belief, and put it on today. You can choose again and choose again and choose again, and it is instantaneously so. And the only thing that holds it is the lie within the belief that what I think happened to me is what is going to happen to me now. It's what I think happened in my past is going to be brought into this present. There is nothing within this reality that says that that is true, except the race belief, except the accepted belief that past is the past. We can't change it. What happened has happened. We can't do anything about it. On a relative level, that is true. For the person, that is true. But in truth, in absolute truth, in experienceable truth, nothing that has happened to us needs to affect what is happening through and as us now. We get to choose every breath. We get to choose every dream. We get to choose every wake up. What we choose to make this life mean at 44, 44. The numbers are flying today. So, I can relate to every word, Martin. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Thank you for relating to your every words. Be light, be light, be life. Hello, Nico. Namaste. Thank you, brother of light. Yes, believe, flow, glow. I very much used to be Jenna. I very much used to be that person. Let's see. Show us, please. Little technology. I very much used to be that person. Self inquiry and inner reflection is so necessary. I feel sometimes we need to allow those behaviors so we can bear witness and heal the wound that causes this behavior. It's beautiful. Wow. That is poetry. Absolutely beautiful. And alongside that beautiful poetry and beautiful truth, there is the simultaneous truth that we need nothing. And there is nothing we have to do, and there's nothing we have to go through, and there's no purpose that we must fulfill, and there's no mission that we have to find. Everything is perfectly, absolutely, completely, and totally perfection right now as it is. And the divine blueprint of perfection through and in and as every being is always projecting fully that perfection. It's never limiting, it's never lacking. All we are called to do is take our eyes off appearances, take our eyes off what is appearing, for what shall appear shall disappear, and what is left was never in fear, will never go near something called fear, something that is appearing that will disappear, will always go something within that is not something, that never had a name, that never was hurt, that never was harmed, that never was added to, that never can be taken from, is always present. It's presenting continuously. It's representing and representing and representing God in, through, and as you. We love you. Thank you for shining your light, love, and peace. It It's blessing to listen to you. I discovered you 4 years ago. Well, thank you for discovering you 4 years ago, and thank you for listening to you. For there is no me, there is no you, there is just this that is appearing, and what is appearing will disappear, and what is stable in this equinox, this equal day and night, this equal light and dark, this equal masculine and feminine, beyond the concept of zero, is always here. So thank you for hearing your voice, thank you for being your voice, and thank you for shining the light on our voice, because your voice is our voice. Y-O-U-R. The only thing that is certain is change. Is it? Why does this? The only thing that is certain is the flow of change. Absolutely. In the relative world, sun is shining bright outside, echoing. Oh, the battery's about to die. Sun is shining, echoing. Sun is shining bright outside, echoing the sun inside, shining bright too. Love you, brother. I love you too, sister. Jenna, my heart is overflowing, just blissful love and heart expansion here now with you all. And so it is, so it is, so it is. Beautiful, beautiful. Believe the present moment, that is where. Sorry, I can't read that last part because this tiny screen in the battery is going to die. Believe this present moment that we are in. Yes, be life. Be life. Every belief has a lie within it, and how we transcend the lies of all beliefs is be life. Okay, put in the comments what we'll call this transmission. Let us know what you received from it. Let us know what you felt. Let us know how it has touched you, triggered you, opened you, closed you, any and all of the above, and we will leave it there. Hi, Karen. Namaste, beautiful one. So yes, put in the comments, please, whatever platform you're on. Let us know what we should call this, and it matters not what we call anything. It matters only what we call forth from within us, as us. And until next time, from my heart to yours, the divine in me sees, loves, and honors the divine in you. Namaste. We are Kirvaya parakita uyisitir amyetir vakia taparayatu no sutraki yatimarayatitwa.